Welcome to Akashic Enlightenment. Welcome to the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're going to start off as usual with some breathing. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Smell that. That's love rippling into the Akashic records. Today, a journey within episode 8 is going to be about addiction and how to overcome high risk dopamine highs. Okay. So I used to be addicted to drugs. I've been addicted to nicotine, and I've also been addicted to marijuana. You can be addicted to your own past emotions that create trauma in the now. You can, because your emotions are chemical based, and you're getting the same emotion from the day before or maybe years before, and you just keep reacting to it instead of just sitting with that emotion and not even reacting to it. And that's the most purest form of love, is just letting it in and out and feeling the emotion. It just wants to be felt. And it's the same thing with addiction. Whenever you quit smoking cigarettes, you will crave cigarettes really hardcore for about a week or 2 weeks, and then whenever you stop, your dopamine receptors start resetting, so that you can actually experience a flat, like normal dopamine. Like whenever you do like cold showers, your dopamine goes up and it stays peaked for about 3 hours, and then it goes down very slowly. When you do a cigarette, it goes up and then it crashes down really fast below neutral baseline dopamine that our frontal lobe is already producing. So your limbic brain produces emotions that it programs into your subconscious mind, and it comes from either you're worrying about the future, or it's coming from the past where you've been in scenarios as a kid where you weren't powerful enough to overpower the adults or the church or the schools and stuff, and you get into more of a what's familiar. You're more familiar with more separate based consciousness instead of oneness consciousness. So it's easier for somebody to dull those things down with cigarettes, alcohol, always seeking pleasure, which is the bottom 3 chakras. So the first chakra is a survival chakra, then you got your sexual chakra, then the whale chakra, where's your soul, pretty much. So like these 3 chakras deal with sexual pleasure and like pleasure in general and survival instincts. So like whenever you're sitting in these lower 3 chakras, you're not producing enough oxytocin in your body, which is whenever you give to people, which is whenever that energy rises from the lower 3 chakras into the heart chakra, and you start experiencing giving and receiving and service to others. Your body literally starts producing like feel-good hormones that are good for your nervous system and your body in general. And if you experience these things, it's not easy. So you got all these things that whenever you stop, that come up. Your ego will use many forms of itself to get you back into that same routine of smoking cigarettes or doing hardcore drugs or like alcohol and stuff. So to like, let's like sip this right now, like you're on game day, like let's get an alcohol like right now, man, the football game's on. That's just the type of stuff and emotions that you have to deal with. Or when after you eat, for cigarettes, you're like, oh man, like you have to deal with your ego right there. It's like, man, let's go hit a cigarette, man. Like we just finished eating, got a full stomach, and it's like, let's do this, let's go. And it's like, you got to ignore that and resist that and feel it and learn how to love that. And it takes a while. Some drugs and hardcore drugs and alcohol stay in your consciousness till you die. Like your ego will bug you till you die. So you have to actually sit with it. And it takes practice of having like different, like a healthy diet that heals your frontal lobe, that'll heal your nervous system, your neurons. Like mushroom tinctures heal your nervous system really well. You can heal the neurons inside your stomach by taking turkey tail or sea moss. All these things are really good for you when it comes to after effects, because it deals with emotions from the past and your body needing to repair itself. Because whenever it's repairing itself, your emotional body feels that repairing in your body, in your physical body, and it starts craving those things, and you have to learn to like just ignore it and sit with it and love it and return it back to the light and polarize it back to the light. So Addiction is it can be from like being addicted to a person where you never go embark on anything you are passionate about. All you do is think about that person. Drugs, hardcore drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, marijuana. It can be like I've seen some weird addictions on TV shows where people are chewing on scratch boards and stuff or something like that, and it messes their teeth up and they have to stop it and stuff. But like your emotions will create momentum, and once it creates enough momentum, that emotion will bug you in multiple ways through the ego to get you back to your old self. And you have to learn to like just know, I love you, I'm sorry, forgive me for ignoring you and banishing you off with a higher dopamine high. Let's experience something new. Start getting into cold showers, really get into your masculine and feminine aspects and learn how to balance those things with certain meditations, breath work. It's not easy. It really isn't, you know, because there's times where I still like 4 to 2 years later from the drugs and things that I quit, I still have those cravings, and I just sit with them and I requalify them back to the light. And it's a constant job all day, every single day, till I die. And it's not just with addiction and drugs and things from the past. I struggle with emotional trauma and stuff that I have to like sit there and requalify to the light constantly, every single day. And sometimes I'm not good at that. It's a practice. You have to keep practicing, requalifying it back to the light. And what does that look like? Whenever you sit there with those emotions and they come up and it's like, let's go outside and smoke a cigarette after you eat, you sit there, no. Instead of doing that, let's go do some breath work and sit with those emotions and requalify it back to the light. Oh, it's game day. Instead of sitting there and drinking a beer, turn off the game maybe, or sit with the game and watch how your emotions play in front of you and be the observer of those emotions and like, just let it happen and don't pick up the beer. And it takes practice. Sometimes days you'll fail. And you know, it's also not bad to like quit cigarettes and then have a fucking cigar or a cigarette here and there, like once a month or once a year or once every, like, it's not bad. It's not bad to have a beer here and there with your boys. You know, you just don't want to be doing this shit every week, every day. It starts getting to the point where your energy lies in those bottom 3 chakras, and you won't give and receive because it's trying to go up and down. It's just like doing this, and it's like not staying here long enough to where it can actually expand your consciousness, and you start getting more blessings, more miracles, more healing journeys, more like ecstasy feeling inside of your body. You start feeling that oxytocin. You know, like you help somebody push their car, like an old person like push their car because it's they broke down on the side of the road, and it feels good when you leave them knowing they're safe. That's oxytocin being produced inside your body, and that's a high vibrational chemical, an angelic chemical I like to call it, that raises your vibration because it's a chemical of giving and receiving service to others, and it's a chemical of the heart. That's how I feel. The more you participate in giving and receiving, those emotions, you'll get addicted to that. And it's not good or bad. It's just that now you're not doing something that is destroying your body and taking years off your body, literally. Now you're doing something that gives years, and you're addicted to something that gives years to others and gives happiness and fun and laughter to everybody, high vibrational experiences of healing journeys, because you're growing and experiencing and pointing your consciousness and rolling that momentum so much that your giving and receiving can't be stopped. You're serving others so much to the point where like you're giving, you're living in that heart space so much, it requalifies all that energy in your lower sexual chakras back to the light, and you experience an expanse of consciousness from inside out, and you'll manifest, because now that momentum is like evolving and it's starting to grow in so many ways and branching out, and now you can't stop it because now you're in such a, and you won't want to stop it because you're having so much fun, you know, that's the point. But the opposite polarization is whenever you're doing something like cigarettes or alcohol or chilling with people too much or never getting out in nature, doing things that keep you stagnant, or not making videos, and you know, these things I struggle with too, and I have to like catch myself, and my girlfriend helps me out a lot too, and she's doing really good also, you know. Yep, you just go with the flow with life, It's all right to like feel like you're like getting like you're not enough or anything. It's, you have to requalify that light. Right back to the light, requalify it. Use that negative energy as a learning experience instead of victimizing yourself. Get rid of those habits, minimize them or quit them. Do not be a slave to your past addictions. Create a new self and give and receive to others. Serve others in a way that only you can, so that that emotion builds up so much to where you don't want to feel anything else, and you'll never want to go back to doing meth or alcohol, cigarettes, smoking weed every day, chilling with your friends, like, because you're actually lonely. When a person's chilling with their friends all the time because they're lonely and they don't really like know what to do, you know? And that survival chakra, and you know that's not all the time, but like when you start to realize that your addictions are not who you are and all those things that you've went through when you were going through your addictions. If you did anything bad to people, screwed people over, said stupid shit, forgive yourself, move on, stop sitting in that energy, move out of it. Requalify it back to the light and forgive others and forgive yourself, so that you can create new emotions that are so powerful within you that you won't even care about a cigarette or alcohol, or extending yourself externally constantly to the point to where you don't even experience service to others in this multitude of ways. Do some breath work, eat healthy, do some cold plunges, exercise, get the lymphatic system moving. Look into lymphatic system exercises. That stuff is good. It'll get all the shit that you put in your body right out of it, because it's the sewer system of your body. When you get that moving, you know, it's like whenever you quit cigarettes, your nicotine receptors in your lungs flare up, and that's why you get cravings. So you have to heal that by not participating in cigarettes for a while, so that you can actually like smoke a cigarette here and there, like maybe like once a month or once a year, maybe on Christmas or Thanksgiving, and enjoy it. You can actually enjoy it. Your body's not numb to it, and it's not like more. It's like, this is a nice cigarette, you know? Because you're not extending yourself externally to that cigarette all the time. Peace and love to all. Namaste. Have a beautiful day where you're at in the world. Stay in the now. Deal with your emotions. Peace.